Guys, welcome back to another 3 a.m. Vanguard video. Today I have Oselargest. This is the Dark States Quick Start deck, and by now you guys know the drill. Alright, with these quick start decks, they're gonna be simple, right? But they're gonna be fun. Oselargest is one of the more fun ones, is one of the more complete quick start decks. And Dark States allows you to play around with it more and do more various builds as like Astrum or Triumph Dragon. So this ranks in like the top 3 of the quick start decks, probably second best of them. So you guys will see in the fights what this deck can do, and in the future, with future support, it does get more and more powerful. So let's get into the deck profile. So here's the deck profile, and of course we have our Vanguard, Oselargest. We have our 3 Persona Rides. It's gonna have that Persona Ride ability, and its unique ability is when this unit attacks in Vanguard, Energy Blast 4, choose a grade 3 or less card from your soul, call it to rearguard circle, and it gets plus 1000 to the end of turn. So you guys heard that right, it's a 4th attack, just like Astrum, but instead of standing a rearguard, it's choosing a rearguard from the soul, and that is getting plus 10k, and it's pretty powerful. Just plus 10k, and then you have rearguards that gain power on their own, do other things when they're called from the soul. So it's a pretty powerful effect. And like I said, Dark States have a lot of soul charging abilities, so it facilitates the deck really well, being able to see all of our pieces and just have really powerful attacks. So this is our grade 2 of the ride line. We're playing the Oselargest ride line because it's just the best for this deck. And it says, when this unit is rode upon by a grade 3 unit with Oselargest in its card name, if your soul has 4 or more cards, draw a card. So yeah, just a draw when it has 4 or more cards when it's written on top. And when it intercepts, it gains plus 10 shield. So a 15k shield, and we could call it out anytime from the soul, so it sounds pretty good to me. The grade 1 is pretty good as well. It's the featuring balancer, and bro, to be honest, this is like my least favorite archetype of Dark States card. Like the circus people, I don't like circus people. I don't like clowns. I'm not afraid of them or anything. They're just ugly, bro. Anyway, when this unit is rode upon by Sikium Trainer, the whatever. I don't know how to say that name. Soul Charge 2. So this is how you're going to get 4 cards to the soul by the time you get to Oselargest. And when we call this out the soul, it's a 5k, 13k booster. But we barely call it out the soul. We just soul blast it or do other things with it. And for the grade 0, I decided to bring back our boy, bro. Evil Beast Omni Kitty. Why not? So this is our grade 3 partner of the deck, Theme Artist Tilligan, and he has a pretty cool design. So instead of when it's placed, it goes into the when it's put into the soul, you soul blast 2, draw 2 cards. That's a really good ability, and like I said, you're going to be putting it into the soul a lot of the time with the other effects of the other cards. And it also has another ability. When this unit attacks, Soul Blast 1, this unit gets plus 5k. When it's at the end of that battle, if it's a grade 3 or greater card with Oselargest card name, Soul Blast for the cost, it gets plus 15k instead of 5. So it gets huge. This card gets humongous when you Persona Ride, or even before that, because you can easily just tuck Oselargest into the soul with so many of the effects in this deck. So this is really one of the only decks, the only quick start decks that can tuck the Persona Ride into the soul without even having to Persona Ride that order to activate Tilligan. So that's why we're playing 4 of it, because we always want to see it. This is our soul cycler, so we use our soul a lot. We don't want to use our energy. We want to save our energy for Oselargest. This card is great for that. Just when we ditch it for ride phase, soul blast, draw a card. And also have an effect on Persona Ride, which we use a lot as well, but it's not that important. This is a really good piece of Oselargest support, and this allows us to just put our rear guards into soul from the rear guard circle and then call things out with the Oselargest effect without having to retire things or put them into the drop, so everything gets recycled. This is full Pigment Dragon. When this unit attacks, if you have a grade 3 or greater Vanguard with Oselargest in this card name, Soul Blast 1 or Counter Blast 1 and put another front row rear guard into the soul, draw a card. Lets us have draw power as well as recycle our units. It's a really good card. And this card coming up is also another really good Dark States card, just Dark States generic card. Servant Falcritia. When this unit attacks a grade 3 or greater unit, choose up to 1 Dark States card from your drop. This unit gets plus 5k until the end of the battle for each grade of that card. Put that chosen card into soul. So this allows us to not only recycle, but have a huge ass grade 2 on that swing if we put in a grade 3. So we can easily just put in grade 3s from the drop like Tilligan or Oselargest, recycle them for the Oselargest effect, call them out, do more attacks, combo. Oh, this deck's pretty nice when you get into it. From the grade 1s, we have a lot of grade 1s. So this is our Soul Blast 1, and then you come back. Like, you've seen it in every single quick start deck. Pretty much does the same thing. It supports Tilligan. It puts itself and Tilligan into the soul in order to draw a card. So allow us to draw more cards. We have a lot of drawing effects. This is one of the best grade 1s in our deck, Folklore. So when it's placed, you energy charge 1, and then if you use 3 or more energy like at once in this turn, she retires herself and draws a card. So we're playing a lot of draw, a lot of soul blasting, and you would expect for us to, deck out a lot, but this deck rarely decks out. But it gets close, but it rarely decks out. You probably will lose by then or win by then. And Brainwash Whirler and Guggenram just to have more soul charging effects and power on our grade 1s, on our swings. And you guys seen that cat before, counter charge cat, guard cat, playing twin cast, and that's pretty much the deck. So the deck is pretty cool. I like it, and I enjoy playing this deck, and you guys will see in the games that I toiled with this deck. I toiled with it for a while just to get a really great game in. So I hope you guys enjoy the games. See you there. All right, as you can see, we're hopping right into one of the games. And like I said, I have multiple games for you this time, but we're just going to skip around and just choose the best parts of them. This is the first game that I played with Oselargest. And it's against Odium. I'm not sure if they already Divine Skilled me this turn, but they're about to kill me this turn. Oh, they're Divine Skilling right now. Okay. I'm dead. I don't survive this at all. I don't think I survived this. I don't even think I can handle this. So you guys see, like, the first game, I tried. Okay, I tried, and no, I can't survive it. I have the over trigger in my hand. So the hand is great, and I have a PG. So hopefully, look, if we can get to another turn, then I have this in the bag. And I believe in Oselargest. This deck that I built is pretty decent. I'm not gonna lie, I like it. All right, it does a little bit of everything. If I had set 7, it would do more, but Gear Days is so expensive, bro. It's so expensive. I gotta pick and choose. So he just stood his whole board. He's having an extra turn, and I gotta guard this. Luckily, we have the cat. Use that for our defense. And so the cat is good, really good in this deck for that. And as long as he doesn't, oh my God, as long as he doesn't check another trigger, we might actually have this in the bag. We can heal. Okay, we can heal one of these attacks, and Oselargest, bro, please, Oselargest. That was a close game, if I do say so myself. Against a Divine Skill deck, against a Destined one, we put up a great fight. All right, let's go into the next one. Okay, this will be the second fight, and this fight went good as well. As you can see, we're riding up to our grade 3. We're already at 4 damage, so I mean that's great for us. We went second. He has Artisarian, but that's fine. It's 4 damage to 2, but we're just getting to our grade 3. We have no more in our deck. That feels bad, and our hand is very low. So you guys can start to see some of the problems with this deck. Like, sometimes you can just have low hand. You can just have nothing in your hand, and you just have to work with what's on field, and your soul can get pretty tight at times. And you want to use Booming Ram to draw, but that's 3 cards out of your soul, and you also need to have soul for Oselargest effect, and need to have soul to draw. So having all these draw effects like Folklore and the Pigment Dragon are really helpful to just refill our hand, have some defense for our opponent's turn. And you know, we're drawing also with Tilligan, so we're going to be drawing 3 cards in this turn, and one of them is a trigger. So, damn it, but that's all right. We get rid of the rear guard. We're just trying to chip him down. I know I'm not going to be able to kill him this turn. We call out the Tilligan again. So as you guys can see, the recycle play, like that is the pretty much one of the better combos in this deck. Being able to use Pigment Dragon, get the draw, Tilligan draw, use Tilligan again for an extra attack. Go into a PG, that's a nice defensive piece. Another Folklore, good for next turn. But our shield value in our hand is not looking good. We do have the cat, and the cat is gonna do us good. We decide to use that, and now our soul is 0. Bro, what are you doing? Who played you? Oh my goodness, that was I probably shouldn't have done that. I probably should have kept that into the soul, but whatever. We ball. It's 4-4, and this is quite a game now. This is quite the game now. 4-4. So he's gonna Persona Ride on us, and he already has one of his drives or one of his sound systems, and that one is no, this one's gonna lock me. So now my thing is locked. My Tilligan is useless for another turn, for a whole turn, and I can't place something on top of it. I can't call on top of it. I can't put it into the soul. It's just there. But it can only do it once per turn, so that's great. Back in the day, lock was like a menace, bro. Tell me if you played Vanguard back in the day when Chaos Breaker Dragon was out there and stuff. But he calls it grade 0, and he's just getting, he's just getting rid of my units, my things that let me draw cards and let me get back into this game. He knows that's the only way I can be able to get back into the game, if I have Pigment Dragon to draw and do all kinds of things. But he's calling up, oh my god, I'm not gonna survive. I'm not gonna survive. I used Twin Cast like it was gonna do something. Double crit, and oh my god, these columns are 45k. I don't win this. No, I win. Oselargest is the best. Please, if there is a god in heaven, don't let him power through me. Okay, there is. We're going to church, boys. All right, he comes with another crit attack. I have to guard this, or else that's game. And pretty much I have to give up 2 cards in the hand. The one of my perfect guards have been used, have been wasted. And I could have used that draw cycler because I'm going to Persona Ride on my turn. And on Persona Ride, it allows me to call out something from my soul, which would only been the Oselargest, but still, it would have been useful just to have an attacker, because I have nothing right now and I draw into a heal, so that's bad. But he has 8 cards in his hand and he only has 1 intercept, and I still have 3 attacks. Oselargest is not a weak Vanguard at all, especially when you Persona Ride. So we call out the Folklore, because the Folklore will be able to draw us a card again, and we get the Tilligan off the Persona Ride. Like, Tilligan's my boy, bro. Tilligan always been my boy. I've loved Tilligan since the day I was born. So Tilligan goes up for the attack, and we can decide to, we need the Oselargest in the soul. Of course, we're not going to be able to get our 3rd attack and maybe end this game. So we can end it right now. He's at 5 damage, 41,000 power, and I'm about to call out my Oselargest, about to call out myself. Yes, all I need is myself. 33,000 power. Let's see. The Dark Lion rises. Please, crit. Oh my god. Jesus has abandoned us, but at least the Folklore draw can draw us into a PG, and that will be... Let's just go to the other game. Okay, so we're at the last game. You guys can assume how that other game went. I'm not gonna spoil it for you guys, but anyway, this is the game that we're gonna watch all throughout. We have Zorga, and we played Zorga before, so I kind of know what we're in for. Oh, sorry, I was taking a drink of water. We ride on to our grade 2, and you see our grade 1 to be able to soul charge. We already have 3 cards in our soul. With Movement Ram, we can choose to draw a card if we wanted to. But this time, in the other games, when I started, I made the mistake of rushing down like as soon as possible. I just put all my cards on the board, spam them out. But this time, I'm taking my time, being able to accrue my resources, use what I need to use, and just not overcommit, because in the later turns that was really killing me, not having cards to guard with or having extra pieces that they can just get rid of. So I'm not going to do that this time. This time I'm going to change up my battle strategy, and hopefully Oselargest will pull through. So Oselargest, we've been together now for some time, as you guys can see. We've been together now for some time. I've been using it in and out, so I pretty much mastered the deck. So this would be the final test to see if this is one of the best quick start decks. It has to get a win. So we take the attack. Of course, this time around we're gonna take the attacks. I'm not gonna guard too overzealously, because I want to save it for his divine skill turn. I want to save it for things like that when it gets a crit and 1500 power. So we're just gonna let it slide. 4 damage is great. We have lots of counter blasting effects that we can use on his grade 2, like the Pigment Dragon, which is great. And we draw into our cat, which is good shield. We also being able to use the Soul Blast effects. Now we're just filling up the board for free. And we're not gonna use Movement Ram. Movement Ram is just for the draw. But we do call out an Oselargest from the deck into our hand. See, and we're setting up the power. We're setting up, and pretty much now, since we saved those cards from my grade 2 turn, now I have a pretty good complete board for the rest of the game. You know what I mean? Like Pigment Dragon is gonna put in the Servant into the Soul, and I can call it out at any point to gain more power on when his Vanguard goes to grade 3. So right now we're just gonna put everything on Vanguard. If we do get triggers, just forget about the rear guards. Have them have pretty weak attacks. Like he could guard this pretty easily. And like I said, put the Servant into the Soul, just tuck it in, use it for later. And does he guard this? Yep, he guards. That's a card out of his hand. That's fine. He has 8 cards in hand. All right, I need to whittle that down slowly. But I know Zorga, they play a lot of orders, so a lot of shieldless cards unless they're blitz orders. And so we're just focusing on our defense. We have the card that gets 10,000, and we get the crit. Now it's getting another 10,000, but it gets 10,000 shield. So we're focusing on our defense. We don't want to lose. Defense wins games. Remember that. Defense wins games. Folklore procs, we get another draw. 9 cards, and like Folklore is so good. It is so good in this deck. Just being able to draw cards every single turn and see those shield cards, see those pieces, see Twin Cast. So Folklore allows us to do all of that. So now he's gonna do some Zorga stuff. And even though I played the deck before, this was a whole new build. Like, he was doing some pretty original stuff. In the last deck that I played, I don't even think the guy was using Shadow Cloak. And Shadow Cloak is a pretty good card, being able to send any order and then do some other stuff. I don't know. I used it in the Claudia deck. But I didn't make a video for Claudia because it was just, I don't know. I would have to. But now he's calling out some grade 1s. He's going to soul charge. He's going to bind some orders, put him into the drop, or do something. I don't know. He's using his orders now. And he's going to draw some cards off those orders. I didn't know what the other one did with with the ranker chain on it or whatever. And now he's gonna call out the RPD. He's gonna get a crit, 50,000 power. Like, that card is scary, bro. Why does it do that? Why does it do that, Mr. Bushiroad? Let me get you on the phone real quick. Why does RPD get a crit and 50,000 power if you alpha magic? Oh my god. Anyway, so he sacks his grade 1 for some reason. And I was like, why would you just decrease your own power like that? And just to sack my card, I used Twin Cast, put it into the drop zone. Just to have it into the drop zone for later, being able to guard move. And I could easily, I want to overguard it a little bit because I don't want to just take damage, right? I'm playing defensive this game. I'm playing defensive. He checks 2 shielded cards, so I know that, you know, his defense is weak for this turn. It was a grade 3 and a order, and he has a grade 3 on the field. So I need to block this RPD. I need to block it. And I can easily guard it, right? Unless it gains like power out the wazoo or something. And then I have to hope and pray. I have no PGs in my hand. Oh my god. That was scary. I should have used Tool Cast. What am I doing? I should use Tool Cast. Okay, I have the Easy Guard, 2-card guard. See, Folklore was good. Even though I drew into heal triggers, the Folklore allowed me to draw. Okay, I thought that was Divine Skill. But this is another faded one. This is another faded one. So we have beef with the faded ones. They have defeated us once. They have defeated us twice. No, actually we won that one. But we just gotta win, okay? We gotta win. So I move him up because I don't have, I mean, I do have grade 2. I have the grade 2 that can call out from the soul. And then I have Brainwash Swirler. He's gonna gain some power. What am I doing, bro? I have some good cards in the soul. Why don't I use the Persona? Oh, whatever. I use Guggenram instead to draw more cards. Draw into another grade 1. I could call that grade 2 and call out whatchamacallit, like Faricia, or the servant, the maid. I can call that out. Yep, exactly. See, you know, I'm good. I'm the best at this game. I'm the best. And then the Brainwash Roller gains more power. So this is gonna be a really tough turn for him. Turn to block. Even with 10 cards in hand, this is 4 attacks. 4 very devastating attacks. We don't have Tilligan, but you know, Tilligan, he was great in 2 games, and he needs a break, right? He needed the break, and he deserved the rest, so we're giving it to him. So we put the shield back into the soul just to have extra shield. That was great, you know, that was great. And he's at 5 damage now. We could win. We got this. Oselargest, final attack, Dark Lion Blast. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. But anyway, I'm delirious from losing all those games. Okay, he perfect guards us. That is terrible, but we have our grade 2 with the shield, so I'm not worried about it. As long as we get a trigger. Oh my god, but we do get Tilligan for next turn. And I don't know if we're going to live in next turn. Next turn, he has 4 attacks. I have no PGs. Yep, there he goes. There goes a draw. Let's see. Can we kill this turn? 28. That's a pretty easy guard. Not gonna lie. Oh my goodness, no. Please just let me win. Please let me win. Oselargest, please let me win. Please. Okay, I'm begging. Look, last attack. Last attack. It's gonna go through. My stars in heaven. This is gonna go through. 8 cards in hand. It's not gonna work. It does. Oh my god. Oh my god. That was the greatest game of Vanguard I've ever seen in my entire life. And that was the deck. That was Oselargest. That was the best deck that's ever been tested, driven, drove, and now it's I don't have another car analogy, but anyway, I really like the deck, and I'd be willing to build it in another way. I'll be even willing to like I was like, man, should I buy set 7 just to support Oselargest? But it's really, really fun. And if you go into the depths of the dark states and discover all the neat techs and tricks with it, then you could do a lot more with this deck than I ever did. But this is just like a little preview of what it could do. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. It was a pretty fun one to make. Have a good day. And oh, I didn't say it in the beginning, but like, comment, and subscribe for more 3 a.m. Vanguard. See ya.